Hold up.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy90 here. Welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today here on my channel. Today we are back with my F1 2016 career mode, season 6 now, part 5 for the Spanish Grand Prix. And funnily enough, it's the Spanish Grand Prix this weekend, and qualifying is in about 2 hours time when I'm recording this video. But if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to drop a like on it. That'd be absolutely awesome, and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed already. And without further ado, let's get into this episode then. So, a few little things to talk about. First of all, there will be a video coming out on Monday, in other words, in Monday, so in 2 days time, which will be announcing Season 2 of Subscriber Championship. The reason that I'm going to be doing an announcement video for it, basically, is because I want people to know that there is a second season going on. Because, of course, some people may know, some people already know there is one going on, but others may not. So on Monday, you'll be seeing an announcement video for Subscriber Championship Season 2, which will be going ahead in the upcoming future. For those that are asking what teams they're going to be driving for, next Thursday I'll be releasing the draft video whereby you'll find out who's your teammates unless you've already asked to have a specific teammate and the teams. So if anyone is interested in joining Subscriber Championship, we've got plenty of spaces available. For those that took part in Season 1 and want to take part in Season 2, just let me know that you're interested again to join in the series. And the most likelihood is you will join because I would have raced with you and I know what you're like. Unless you constantly crash into people, then there'd be a bit of a concern there. But nonetheless, that's how it's going to roll out for that. And in terms of the teammate basis, if anyone's a little bit confused, for Subscriber Championship Season 2, everyone is going to have a completely random team. No one's going to know what team it's going to be. It's going to be an exact same draft as I did last season. But the only thing that's going to change from last season to this season is that you will be allowed to select a teammate. Because some people didn't have a teammate for the whole season. It kind of annoyed them. So some people can have random teammates if they want to, if they're not that fussed. If some specifically want to have a teammate, then they can ask to be with someone. Unless that person doesn't want to be with them, then they can't because it's not, they both haven't agreed to it. So, yeah, that's the thing there. So, just a little bit of notes on that, and I'll be bringing out videos on that next week, discussing it all. Anyway, into the Spanish Grand Prix then. A track I don't really like. I've never been a fan of it, really, in terms of the game, that is. In real life, it's meh. But we've had a bit of an okay-ish qualifying session here. Around the final quarter, it's actually Q3 now. We open up the DRS there, and we're about half a second slower than Nico Rosberg, showing the lack of pace that I have in this Mercedes-Benz here. So it's going to be Rosberg, my teammate, on pole, ahead of Valtteri Bottas, Sebastian Vettel. Very good qualifying session from him, and then we managed to beat Felipe Massa in the other Williams, but not a good job there in qualifying. Definitely could have found a bit more pace. I was kind of really losing pace in every sector. It wasn't a case of I need to find a bit more time in the first sector. It was sort of just everywhere, and I had to try and adjust my way around that, unfortunately. I'm not going to lie, P4 is not a bad job, and hopefully we can improve on that in the race itself with a decent result. With, of course, my teammate on pole. So that's a very good thing to see Rosberg up there at the top of the field. So that'd be very nice to see how Rosberg can get along. And hopefully, if I can manage to clear Sebastian Vettel in a very quick time. So basically, at the start, if I can clear Vettel, that'd be very, very crucial for us in terms of the battle. Because then it would mean that Vettel's sort of like a cork in the bottle for Massa, and then me and Rosberg can go off and attack Bottas in the race. So hopefully I can try and bring that into my advantage. There it is again. Rosberg's on pole, only 2/100ths of a second clearer than Bottas. And Vettel 2/10 off, me there, half second off the pace, unfortunately. Massa 7/10 off the pace, so bad qualifying from Massa today. But Ricciardo and Alonso getting a very good grid. Verstappen a bit far down the order, and I'm surprised to see Force India quite far down as well. They're actually in a bit of a battle with Red Bull and Ferrari in terms of the development race. Very, very close between all of them. And then, of course, we've got the midfields of the Renaults, the Haas, Toro Rossos there, and then we've got the back markers of the Toro Rossos, the Manas, and the Saubers for this race. So pretty depressing for those teams, but maybe, may see some developments later on in the season. By the way, having a look at the race strategy, it appears that my team think we can actually get away with not running the hard tyres in this race, and I was okay with that. So soft, medium, medium is the stint. We may have to convert to a set hard tyres if needs be. Otherwise, we should be perfectly fine to do a soft, medium, medium for the race, which would be quite nice. Onto the formation lap then, as you can see, we've actually got Felipe Massa is actually directly behind me, just realised that, and Rosberg starts on the mediums as well as Vettel, so off the line, Rosberg and Vettel aren't going to be that quick, which means that I need to get onto the slipstream of Bottas as I just dive it down the inside, just practicing. Obviously, we've got 4, now 5 red lights here for the Spanish Grand Prix, and it is lights out, and we go for the Spanish Grand Prix, and just as I said there, Rosberg with a bad start with that poor traction, and also Sebastian Vettel with a bad start. In fact, Vettel goes onto the slipstream of Rosberg here, Massa getting a slipstream, but it's Bottas there who's had a lightning start. I'm going to try and dive it down the inside, but that went horribly wrong, and I made contact in the back of Bottas, but I made sure that I didn't gain the place, otherwise that would have been extremely unfair. But I completely missed my braking zone, but Bottas still leads this race. I'm in second, Rosberg third, Massa up to fourth now as we dive it down the inside of Bottas, but again, Bottas defends very nicely into turn 4. As we're very aggressive here off this start line now. Going to dive it down into turn 5, but again, Bottas shuts the door on us. Really not giving us any room here, but we've got superb traction out of turn 5. Now we've got the run on Bottas here, and this should be an easy move for us down the inside here, but Bottas sticks it around the outside. We're going to have to hold off still side by side here. Me and Bottas round the outside. Can we make the move stick on Valtteri Bottas round the outside, just keeping the car on the track there? What a stunning bit of driving from me and Bottas, and we make the move stick there up into the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix, and we can now start to try and control this Grand Prix. But of course, we're not quick round here, so we definitely have got to think about trying to just maintain the gap, try and get some pace in, and try and just run our own race now. This is my chance to run the race and to basically do it the way I want to, and if I need to make it a little bit slower and defend a lot more, that's exactly what I'll do in this Grand Prix here. As we come around the final corner now to complete the first lap, and that is us in the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. Fast lap the race as usual here, but a little bit further back we've got Massa, who seems to be a little bit fired up after his poor qualifying session. He's actually slipstreaming my teammate Rosberg now. Massa going to go towards the inside line into turn 1, and he makes the move stick here, so Massa now takes over Rosberg, and the 2 Williams cars are now second and third, and are going to look to try and fight me. You can see here Bottas all over the back of me right now. As you can see, coming up towards turn 4. Will Bottas make a move? No, he won't there. As you can see, I'm trying to stay in front of him at the moment, but the Williams cars seem really fired up in this Grand Prix, and it's not going well for Rosberg. Like Massa in Russia, who dropped down the order, it's actually Rosberg that's dropping down the order here, and you can see that Kimi Räikkönen is going to go down the inside on his soft tyres as well, down the inside, a little bit of wheel banging there from the 2 drivers, but Räikkönen makes moves stick, and you can already see the top 3 of me, Massa and Bottas pulling away here. So there is Massa, there is Valtteri Bottas, and there is myself in the lead, but you can see the gap is not building. In fact, the Williams cars are staying nice and close to me, and I'd rather they didn't, and that's a bit depressing, but nevertheless, we're going to have to carry on here. On to lap 5 of the Grand Prix now. Still in the lead of the Grand Prix. Tyres are wearing off a little bit, though. Around the final corner we come here, and we've actually gone wide here. We've actually gone onto the gravel trap there, and that's really hampered the exit. Now Bottas with some DRS and slipstream goes flying through there in the Williams car. That was an awful mistake by myself there, and I've just gifted Bottas a lead in the Spanish Grand Prix. Just lost the grip, and I just didn't realise how much understeer the car was suffering. It had a bit of understeer, but of course with the tyres wearing out, that really hampered my exit, and now unfortunately we've lost the lead to Bottas, and I expect Bottas to just run away with this one. However, I am going to do my best to stick with him in this part of the Grand Prix. And on to the end of lap 6 here. We have stuck with him quite nicely, but it's time for our pit stops here. And we're going to be coming in for our stop now as we come into the pits, and hang on a minute. Why are we we're stuck at 50. We're stuck at 50 miles an hour. This is ridiculous. This pit, oh my god. I've just been given the pit glitch. Me and Bottas is sprinting at 100 miles an hour towards the speed limiter, but for some reason, as soon as I entered the actual pit lane itself, it activated the speed limiter way beforehand, so I've lost about 5 or 6 seconds because of some stupid pit speed limiter glitch, which I've seen other drivers have before. And look at that, Raikkonen and Massa have leapfrogged me in the pits, and the most likelihood is I would have been out way in front of them and right on the back of Bottas if I didn't have that pit glitch. And now I'm stuck behind a Sauber as well, and I can't even get past the Sauber as well. So if my race was already difficult enough losing the lead to Bottas and trying to catch him, it's going to be even harder now because I'm going to catch Massa and Raikkonen and then try and get the gap back down on Bottas. So we've got a really tough race on our hands now. And as you can see here, onto lap 8 of the Grand Prix, Rosberg makes his pit stop, and you can see he's actually in front of us here, but he's at a horrible exit here. We're going to go try and go around the outside here like Alonso did on Hamilton in 2013, but it's not enough for us. We actually lost grip there, run wide, and again, more understeer problems for my Mercedes, and it's just not working so far in this race. It's just It's not been a good race for us so far, but we're going to keep pushing on here. Lap 8 of the Grand Prix now. DRS has activated Rosberg here. I think he's going after a Manor, or Massa might actually be going after a Manor. It is. It's Massa on the back of Haryanto and into the hairpin. No, Haryanto's in. Oh my god, that was close for comfort there. Massa overtaking Haryanto. Haryanto ran wide, tried to get back onto the track, hit Rosberg, and I nearly lost my front wing there. Just checked in case I did get any damage, but no damage there. But that was a bit close between Haryanto and myself. However, that does mean that we're now in front of Rosberg. So that's one position out of the way. Now we're going to get onto the back of Haryanto here. This is going to be a very easy move here. You can actually see my tire marks right on the gravel here. DRS open, check the car into rich fuel mixture, and there is an overtake down Haryanto. Very easy maneuver. Kind of expected really from us, as we're looking to try and fight the front runners, not fight the back markers. So Haryanto did a good job on his medium compound tyres, did longer than Rosberg did, but we're going to carry on nonetheless and see where we can get to. So Massa's in front of us. Raikkonen's actually pulling away, crucially enough. I think Kimi's still in front, but we do go purple in the first sector, which is crucial for us. Raikkonen's either in front, I'm not really sure, Raikkonen's either in front of Massa, or that's a Toro Rosso. It looks like a Toro Rosso there, but I believe it's Carlos Sainz. And then Raikkonen, I think, is in front of that. Yeah, Raikkonen's there attacking one of the back markers up front. So, fair play to Kimi Raikkonen in this Grand Prix. It seems like Ferrari have got some very good pace here in the Spanish Grand Prix. And I don't know where Sebastian Vettel is. I think Vettel's actually behind us on a completely different strategy, because he started on the mediums. But you can see that we're still going purple in this race as Raikkonen now makes the overtake. And I believe it's Kevin Magnussen in front of Raikkonen. So Massa's attacking the Toro Rosso of Sainz. It's actually Kvyat, my bad. I couldn't really see until I saw the names now. So Massa's on the back of Kvyat. We're trying our best to catch Massa, and this is a good chance to do it here, with Massa under attack now from myself here, as we look to try and maybe corner cut. But, you know, whatever. But Bottas here is on a fastest lap, so really good job there from Bottas. And now I set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. That's a bit awkward considering I cut the final corner, but oh well. But as you can see then, Massa has got past Kvyat in fine courtesy, but Vettel's coming out of the pits, but I've got Slipstream. I'm going to have to go down the inside of the pair of them here. 3 wide into turn 1. How on earth did we not crash into turn 1 there? I will never know, but hey-ho, we managed to get past the pair of them there. That was some close stuff. I got the Slipstream on Kvyat, but I also had, and I had to get past him, otherwise I was going to be stuck behind. But Vettel came out of the pits as well, and I had to improvise there. And luckily, we managed to get the job done on the pair of them. So next up on the road for us, well, I was going to say it was Felipe Massa, but it's actually Kevin Magnussen, because Massa's now got past Magnussen. So we're going to have to work our way past Kev, who is on the hard tyres. So Magnussen starting on the hards in this Grand Prix, and you can already see the extreme traction that we've got on Magnussen out of the corner here, making the run now. We're going to brake nice and late down the inside of Kevin Magnussen. Not a real difficult manoeuvre there. Kev runs a little bit wide, but that's not a worry for us in this Spanish Grand Prix. Now we can finally get back past Massa. I really need to watch my track limits sometimes, but oh well, I'm just having some fun racing. So yeah, I'm not an AOR racer. I ain't a sweaty bugger. I'm just here to have some fun. So there you go. On to lap 15 in the Grand Prix now, and we can continue our attack on Massa, but it's actually Sebastian Vettel that wants a little bit of fun today. He's on the soft tyres, though, on a different strategy, so him and Rosberg fancy a little bit of a run on myself here. So Vettel was in DRS, round the outside here. Will Vettel make the move stick? We're going to brake nice and late down the inside, defend the inside of the hairpin there. I'm going to try and shove Vettel wide here, try and give Rosberg a little sneak peek. He does have a look there, but it's not enough, unfortunately, for Rosberg, as he decides to back out of it at the last moment there. On to lap 16 in the Grand Prix now, and it's Rosberg behind us. So Vettel actually only had that one attack before he came in for another pit stop. So Vettel kind of not really in this race, to be honest, but Rosberg is someone that we definitely need to be looking out for here, with some DRS wide open on the back of Rosberg's car. And you can see down the inside, we are going to fend off our teammate Nico Rosberg, but he's going to hang it around the outside there. So we are going to have to be a little bit more defensive here, but we do have the infamous turn 11 inside line there. So we're all fine there against Rosberg, as he does have a little look here as we carry things onwards now. Coming into the chicane now. Are we going to cut the chicane? Probably. Pretty much. And as you can see on the exit now of the corner, Rosberg is still right behind us with Massa up ahead, as my tyres starting to fall off and my pace gets even worse here as Rosberg flies through with DRS. He's actually on fresher tyres here in this Grand Prix, and I decided, for constructors' reasons, I'm actually going to let Rosberg through. I've won the first 4 races of this career mode. Couldn't have got any better for myself. At the moment, I'm having a very, very difficult Grand Prix. It happens. Sometimes you have tough races, and the Spanish Grand Prix, always a tough race of mine. You can already see there, Rosberg flying off into the distance. I thought to myself at this point, what's the point in fighting Rosberg when I could just let him try and attack Massa? That's my reasoning behind it. On to lap 19 of the Grand Prix though, everyone has made a pit stop, and they've actually converted to the hard tyres. However, I've managed to get my stint all the way to lap 19 with not really many problems. I mean, I don't really have the pace anyway, but, you know, I've managed to get myself all the way over to that stint. So what I've decided to do is just stick to the medium tyres. Now, everyone's going to have a very big undercut. You can actually see Bottas and Raikkonen coming down the straight. There's Bottas there in that white Williams car, and then here comes Raikkonen now. There he goes. So the top two kind of out of the equation, really. In fact, Raikkonen's actually closer than I thought. Is that Raikkonen or Vettel? It's Vettel, actually. Sorry, it's not Raikkonen. And there's Rosberg. So everybody has converted to the hard tyres because they pitted early for them. However, I'm just going to stick with the mediums because I wanted to go longer because at the end of the day, I'm not quick round here. As you can see, Vettel pulls off into the pits on lap 21, and we have managed to close the gap now. Rosberg is right there, very close in fact, and that's Hulkenberg also in front. So we're going to get onto the back of Rosberg here. DRS is active. It's going to be a slightly harder move because Rosberg's got DRS himself. So we are going to stick in the slipstream for a long time here, but down the inside of Rosberg into turn 1, and we get the move stuck on Rosberg, and now we can finally chase after Nico Hulkenberg in the Force India, who is also on the hard tyres in our Mercedes car. And then up in front of him is Felipe Massa, who we can hopefully try and catch and pass for the first time in this race, because I've been saying so many times how we're going to catch Massa, and we just haven't caught him. Now's the opportunity here. We've got 12 laps to go in this Grand Prix. These mediums should make it to the end of the race. We may be a little bit off the pace at the end, but hopefully we can get a good gap before that, and then we'll be fine from there on in. So Hulkenberg here, as we're just running on board with ourselves into this corner now, as we're going to open up the DRS, lifting off a little bit there as the DRS slightly affected myself here, and I'm not really bothered about the gap. I'm just going to dive bomb, thank you, I'll take that. Nicely done on the brakes there. He made the apex. Oh, Rosberg and Hulkenberg having a bit of contact there. So I think I made Hulkenberg go a little bit wider than he would have anticipated. Onto lap 25 of the Grand Prix now. Finally, we've caught Massa. It's taken us so long to get onto the back of Massa, but now I can finally fight the Williams car. And as you can see, DRS wide open on the back of my Mercedes-Benz. We are going to go for it down the inside here on Felipe Massa. We just didn't quite make the move stick there, but we have done on the exit of turn 1. So Massa saw us coming and sort of moved out the way. Unfortunately, the camera angle wasn't that good. Massa sort of moved out my way. A little bit of wheel banging did go on, but nothing too crucial in terms of damage for any of the drivers. But he moved out the way, and then sort of when I went into turn 1, I sort of wasn't near him. Then he moved out the way, and then sort of turned back in again. So it's a bit weird there. So Massa basically lost himself time, but he's not done yet. Massa's got the DRS now, and he wants to fight back in this Grand Prix. And we're going to defend down the inside, and we're going to do everything we can to defend against Massa. Bottas is gone. I don't know where he is. He's probably somewhere in the lead having a very nice race, something I've had for the first 4 races. But now I need to defend against Felipe Massa because my objective now basically, I can't beat Bottas, no way, unless there's a safety car and I chuck on a set of softs and go to the end. Hopefully that happens, probably won't though. So my reasoning now is just, if I can't beat Bottas, let's just beat one of the Williams cars. I'm going to do just that here. We're going to go right to the inside line, defend from Massa. You can see even with DRS and his engine, he's just flown through there, not even with slipstream. Down the inside of Massa we go now into turn 1. We fend off Massa very nicely there indeed. And we maintain the lead of the Spanish... not the lead, Jesus Christ, I've been saying the lead so many times because I've been winning so many times, but not the case this time. We've maintained P4 in Spanish Grand Prix, and that's probably all we can ask for, really. On to lap 27 of the Grand Prix now. Massa back on our tail once again here around this difficult corner, and Massa with some DRS is going to open it, and you can see we're actually going to defend the outside line this time. Massa goes to the inside, but we are going to get a better exit, and I wanted to basically do everything I can to compromise Massa and get my teammate Rosberg involved. A little bit of wheel bang in there between myself and Massa as we really fight hard in this Spanish Grand Prix, and you can see I've hampered his exit, giving Rosberg an opportunity now to attack Massa, and that's just my goal now. I need to help Massa, I need to help Rosberg, but on lap 31, Massa pitted. He pitted again for soft tyres. I have no idea why, but he did. So now it's just a straight fight between me and Rosberg. And since the gap is so big between myself and Kimi Raikkonen, I'm not going to let Rosberg go like I did in the middle stint. I let Rosberg go. I let him try and catch after Massa. This time, nah, I'm going to fend Rosberg off with everything I've got, really. I want to get P4 in this race. P5 will be a bit disappointing. So we are going to try and attack Rosberg with everything and fend off with everything. But you can just see how off the pace I am, messing up in the chicane. I was out of shape in all of the final sector. I really just do not have the pace, and it's just getting to the point now where I just want the race to end. so I could just get to the finish line here. Rosberg with DRS now comes flying through here. We're going to stick in the slipstream of Nico Rosberg, and we are going to go down the inside once again of my teammate here, nice and late on the braking, and very, very well done there. Into turn 2 we go, and now into turn 3. Vettel sets the fastest lap, who I believe is on a very strange strategy. I think he started on mediums, so went to soft, I went to mediums, now onto soft. So very strange strategy from him as Rosberg closed up on us once again. Onto lap 32 of the Grand Prix now. Rosberg's back with a little bit more punch in him, and he wants this position really badly, as Sergio Perez, in fact, is in third. Wow, shocking that one, as Rosberg goes round the outside, but we are going to defend nice and cleanly there down the inside of Nico Rosberg, and in fact, we're just going to have to hold off a little bit longer there, as again, the back end just really wants to step out on me. I don't know if it was the setup, or if it's just me being rubbish around this track, or maybe that we don't have the upgrades on the car at the moment, because I'm just not putting them on. But this car just didn't feel right to me. I don't know what it was. The first 4 races, the car felt right. Tyres are obviously going off as well. They're on like 60-70% here as we defend very heavily on the inside here. Then going to squeeze Rosberg a little bit, hopefully try and make the air slow down. Didn't really work for us here as Rosberg gets in front, but we are going to break nice and late down the inside here of Nico Rosberg. Very nice executed manoeuvre there as we attack and overtake Rosberg. On lap 33 of the Grand Prix now, and Bottas sets the fastest lap of the race on the final lap of the race. That just shows how easy it was for Bottas in this Grand Prix. Vettel, I think, was on soft tyres. Bottas on a set hard tyres. He's done about 16 laps on them, or something like that. Not 16 laps. They put them on about lap 17, so about, 13, 14 laps anyway, old tyres. And on the last lap, he goes and bolts in the fastest lap of the race. He comfortably takes home the win today. But it's not been a good day in the office for Mercedes-Benz. No podium for Mercedes today. And it wasn't, in fact, of me holding up Rosberg, because I overtook Rosberg in the first... It was Rosberg's problem in the first stint, just wasn't there. But all we can say in that Grand Prix is Williams strike back. They're in this championship hunt. They've picked up their first win of the season. Bottas wins the Spanish Grand Prix, and it all shows it there. What the Williams are. They're a force to be reckoned with. We managed to beat them in the first 4 races. Got some 1-2s as well. But today, Williams just showed, look, I know you've won the first 4 races, but we're here for a championship fight, and we're going to give it everything we've got to try and beat you today. And they've done a very good job there. Bottas wins the Grand Prix ahead of Kimi Raikkonen, so it's a finish 1-2, followed by Sergio Perez in the Force India. So a stunning job from Perez today to pick up a podium, and I believe he only did a 1-stop today. So that was the reason why, because he only did a 1-stop. Very good job from Sergio Perez, as Bottas there sprays the champagne today as he wins the Grand Prix. No podium, like I said, for Mercedes-Benz, which is disappointing. But, we tried our hardest, but we just didn't make it stick today. So that's the full classification, and Perez did do a 1-stop. That's a very good strategy from Perez. So Bottas wins the race out of Raikkonen and Perez. I didn't actually move in the positions. I started fourth, finished 4th. We did lead for a period of the race, but we had the pit lane glitch, which screwed me over. We messed up, made many mistakes. Car felt bad. In the driver's standings, we still lead the way, but Bottas has definitely closed in on us and has actually overtaken Rosberg now in the standings. In the constructor standings as well, I believe Mercedes increased the leads, even though Bottas won the race, got 25 points. I got 12, Rosberg got 10. No, actually, Williams do close the gap on us. Yeah, just some great mathematics there for myself. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, drop a like on it. It'd be absolutely awesome. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, which will be the Randomizer Championship making its comeback for this week. I was going to do the Sub-Championship video tomorrow, but I'm actually going to do that on Monday. So, Randomizer Champ tomorrow, and also the Monaco Grand Prix next Wednesday. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care all. Peace.